happening? Crispy Divine here, Central Mass Vapors. And I'm just chilling.
Oh, what's happening? Got something in my eye. Big shocker. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so pleased to have you here with me on my day off from work, filming, having fun, and of course, everybody's favorite, vaping. First and foremost, let me shout out big time to the Divine Vaping Group. We are hitting big numbers. Okay, we're at 210, I think. I think somebody came in, did a contest, and then left, which is kind of shady if you ask me, but whatever, to each its own. That's going great. I hope some of you guys have made it over to the group and subscribed. I've got a terrific contest going on right now for all new members, or for everybody really, but it's to get people to come in. I'm giving away, the grand prize is a Rocket Chicken box mod, okay? Amazing, okay? Also, with that Rocket Chicken box, you're gonna need some juice. So I'm giving away a $25 gift certificate to Giant Vapes, okay? Second prize is going to get a $50 gift certificate to Giant Vapes. And then I'm thinking a third and fourth winner. And you know, I probably will be adding on to the other prizes, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna draw a name at 1,000 members, which is a big number, but I think we can do it. I need a vape. Haven't had one since I started filming, and that's the problem. So, what am I vaping on today? As you all know, I'm gonna always start off with my newest vape mail or vape whatever. I'm going to start off with that, and I'm going to show it off. Not in a snotty way, but a show and tell kind of way. A nice way. Okay, what do we got? Hexome V2.1, okay? Anarchist Edition. Drunk as fuck. I think that's what it says. Anyways, I won this in a waffle. I know. How the hell do I win this stuff? I don't know. But my winning streak is over because I've lost a lot now, okay? But I did win this one. I think it was the last thing I won, and I'm super jazzed about it because I had to sell my last Hexome. And the reason why I sold it is because at the time I had too many boxes going, and I really I seen the 2.1s, and they were all fancy color, and I really wanted it, and I knew I couldn't have it, so I figured, screw it, I'll just sell this one, I'll get something else, whatever. But anyway, I did win it. I'm super happy. It works just flawlessly. We've talked about the Hexome in the past. I'm going to have a full-on, like, a gabathon about the Hexome later on down the line, but I just wanted you guys to see what I was rocking. On this, I have the Limo V2, another fantastic RTA. It definitely has a learning curve as far as I'm concerned. There is a terrific little tutorial this guy did about wicking these things, because I was having the hardest time getting it to not leak, and so far so good. Inside this I have one of my favorite custards of all time. It is Beantown Vapor Soul Custardy. Stuff is absolutely flawless. Let's take another vape and then we'll get down to the really real. So good. Let's move on. Alright, so today we are going to talk about my likes and dislikes when it comes to a certain topic on the whole vaping thing, right? So we've talked about mechanicals, okay? Mechanicals is my first love. It's where I really started getting into vaping. And then, of course, the whole, high-powered, regulated box mods and whatnot started coming out. Now, the first regulated device that I had that was variable voltage and variable wattage, of course, was the MVP version 2. The first one that I believe the first one that I got that went over 15 watts was the Sigelei 20 watt, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys remember this, the Sigelei 20 watt, it's still to this day one of my most favorite mods, okay? There is a Sigelei 30 watt that has the same exact design, and it's a tube. as the Sigelei 20 watt, and I would absolutely love to get my hands on one of those, just because it was so cool to hold on to. You had the Sigelei 20 watt in your hand, matched with a nice big K-Fun, and it was like a lightsaber, okay? Go back to see my videos back in the day, and you'll see. I just love this thing. But anyway, my point is that was the first time that I had received something that was regulated over 15 watts, okay? So then after that, of course, became a 30 watt mod. I think it was maybe a Hannah. And then, of course, then it was like, oh my God, 50 watts, 75 watts, 100 watts, 150 watts, 200 watts, 280 watts. It just keeps going up and up and up. And then, of course, we say, hey, we need to figure out a different way to do vaping. So now we're going to do temp control. We're going to eliminate dry hits, which of course is a huge, huge, huge thing to avoid, because when you guys are hitting that high wattage and you're burning that coil and the cotton, that's when toxic fumes start to happen, okay? But besides the point, you know, it's just that innovation that the vaping community craves, okay? We need to forever be changing and be creating and moving forward, okay? So that's the new thing. Okay, so let's talk about the different options that we have when it comes to regulated mods. There's the Sigeleis, there's the Pioneer for Use, the IPVs, there's the Smoke Techs, there's the SX Minis. I mean, the list goes on and on, okay? The new version I've heard a lot of people talk about is the Cube, version 2 I think it is, which looks very, very cool. The SX Mini is a huge, huge, huge mover, okay? It's a $200 regulated mod with all kinds of bells and whistles, okay? I thought it was time for me to try out a different, 100 plus or whatever watt device. I had picked up an IPV Mini V2 from Brian over at Brian's Badass Group Eyes. Yo, what's up, Brian? How you doing, kid? Shit. And I'll tell you what, I freaking love that thing. It was a 70 watt device. The thing was absolutely flawless. I loved it. It felt really good to hold. It worked really well. But then I decided that, instead of getting the Sigelei 150 watt temp control, which of course was the first thing I thought to get, because I had the 100 watt, I had the 150 watt, actually the 30 watt first, 20 watt first, whatever. So that was my first inclination. But then I decided, why not get an IPV? Why not try something different? So I got the IPV4. Total failure in my eyes. I thought it was a cool box. It looked neat, but I just didn't like it. I didn't like the way that the batteries were held in. I didn't like that little plastic thing that came off like that. I just didn't like it. I didn't like anything about it, okay? And then, of course, there was that looming fear that juice was going to get inside that little hole and the thing was going to start smoking on me. So that wasn't good either. Then I decided, well, hey, why don't I sell the IPV4 and I'll get the IPV3 Li, because of course it came out like, 3 days after the IPV4 came out? So that's what I did. Got the IPV3. Another great deal from Brian. Well, that was a fail in my book too. Not that it was a bad box. I can't say that. I hate saying things like that because sometimes these things are subjective. Because, you know, it was put together nice. It felt nice. There's nothing physically wrong with it. I just didn't like it. For some reason, there was a difference between that and me holding on to a Sigelei, okay? So, I found the Sigelei temp control on wakeandvape.com. I found an excellent deal with this box as well as the Sigelei Elite Tank. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, hands down, the Sigelei Elite Tank and the Sigelei Temp Control beats out those IPVs by 100 million %. Okay? And I know that is a very bold statement, and I can hear all the Pioneer for You crowd saying, "Boo! You're stupid! You don't know what you're talking about!" And again, don't get me wrong, Pioneer for You puts out a great product, but one of the things that kind of bugged me about Pioneer for You is the fact that first they came out with the IPV4, okay, 100 watts, I think it was 50 joules or whatever, that temp control, okay, dual 18650, yada yada yada. Then they come out with the IPV3 Li, which is basically another version of the IPV3, which is 165 watts. This, of course, would be down temp control, whatever. Then they immediately give you an update, and sometimes I swear to God, they just put these updates out just to add bells and whistles to it, because they could have just they could have just said, you know what, we're not going to release it until this update comes out and put the IPv3 Li as a 200 watt, but they didn't, whatever. So you did the update, it gave you the option to do titanium wire, it was 200 watts, 100 joules, I think. So that was great. Then all of a sudden they put out the IPv4S, Apple Much, and of course that one had, it gave you all the specs that they were supposed to give you in an update, so then they rushed it out and put out the update for the IPv4. To me, this seems like a little too much. Okay, how about we do like Sigelei does and put out a different box for different users. Okay, a Sigelei Mini, 30 watts, a Sigelei 50 watt, a Sigelei 100 watt, and a Sigelei 150 watt. Okay, 4 different people can use that box. Okay, you got the 30 watts for the people who just want to rock tanks, and aren't really looking to, do high power. Then you got the 50 watt for those users that want a little bit extra power for those sub-ohm tanks or whatnot, but they're not looking to, have huge, like, 150 watts. Then you get the 100 watt and the 150 watt for those next levels. It's simple. It makes sense. It's good business. And these price points for Sigelei are also really, really good. Not that the IPVs are super expensive, because they're not, but still. You get what I'm saying. And it was a good amount of time that Sigelei came out with the 150 and then came out with the Sigelei 150 watt temp control, and they had the 75 watt temp control. I just think they do it right. I think it makes more sense, and I like it a lot better. As for the box itself, I think the box itself is flawless. I love it. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's a little different in design as the boxy version of the 100 watt, okay? The Sigelei Elite tank, there's nothing big and different about it other than the fact that for some reason, either the coils or the tank, I don't know what it is, but it just works so good. I've never enjoyed a temp control, this much. I've been using the OCC NI coils for the sub tank. I hate it. I don't know why. I love that. I love the sub tank by Kangertech when it came out, and now I just hate it. It just doesn't work as well as it should, okay? I don't get the good flavor that I should get. In this, however, it's amazing. The only weird part is that the adjustable ring for the airflow is like this weird plastic, and there's like multiple colors, which I think like, okay, don't give me a bunch of colors, but make it like, a better quality, because it kind of is weird how it moves, but it doesn't bother me. This is just like a nitpicky thing. But yeah, these coils are made for like 60 to 70 watts or joules, I guess, because that's what I'm using. I got this at 475 degrees Fahrenheit at 60 joules, and it's a 0.2 ohms. Yeah, seriously. Oh, I need another one. Wow. First off, clouds for days. Never a freaking dry hit. Flavor is impeccable. I have Catatonic by Sick Boy in there. This stuff is just unbelievable. I love this tank. Obsessed with this tank. Sigelei Elite tank. Obsessed with this tank. I love the temp control mod. I just love everything about it. Sigelei nailed it, okay? The buttons are nice. There's no wiggling thing. The only thing I will say about Sigelei for some reason is when you put your Sigelei tank thing on, you can hear this weird little noise. Like you can hear like a little tiny, like high-pitched, like ringing. I don't know what that is. I mean, it sounds like something's on, which it is on, but I don't know. I don't think it should make that noise. But so did the 150 watt. I don't know. But I love it. It's so good. You guys have to try it, okay? Yeah. I'm a Sigelei lover from the get-go. check it out. Let's move on. I got some juice to show you and then I'm out. So check it. Kind of like a little show and tell mini, but we're going to just look at it really quick. One more waffle win. I'm almost out of my waffle wins to show you, but here's the last one, okay? The TUMBLR box, okay? It's by Dead Mods. We're going to talk about this later on. I just got it. It's a fully mechanical dual 18650 box mod, no MOSFET, nothing like that. And it's got this nifty little atomizer that it comes with. We're not really talking about the box. I just wanted to tell you what I was vaping on it. What we're talking about here is this juice. This is from a company called Drip Life, okay? They have two versions of these juices if you go on their site. They got the Drip Life, and I don't know if it's called Tanked Life. I don't know. I can't remember. But basically, you can get it in like a higher PG for dripping or a lower PG, VG, I'm sorry, for tanks, okay? There's all kinds of different flavors. I won a contest. I know, I've been kind of lucky lately, and I picked this flavor as my second bottle. I won one bottle, and they didn't send it out. Good customer service. I just let them know that I never received it. They sent me out 2 bottles instead. I thought it was great, and I am sharing the other one by giving it away in my group because I'm very generous. Yeah. So anyway, it's funny because this was the second one I picked. And this is the one I really loved, okay? It's like a strawberry and blueberry and whatever. Like, there's all kinds of berries in this. Creamy. It's almost like tangy. It's so good. It's like one of those juices that you crave. And I know. Like, I have a bunch of those in my life. But this one is really one of the top ones. It's something that I'll definitely order again, which of course is the reason why people have these giveaways, because you want people to try and buy, right? Right. Okay. These come in 33 ml bottles, which is kind of cool. You know, just because I guess you get that extra 3 milligrams that you really need sometimes, especially when you really like it. The packaging is really cool. It looks fresh. And I just really am impressed with the flavor combinations in there. It gives you like a very sweet and tart taste, which is just so good. I mean, that's all what I love anyway. I mean, anything like creamy and custardy or tart, like I could like eat like anything. Give me the most tangy, most puckering like sour candies, and I'm like heaven. But yeah, friggin' love this. If you guys get a chance to try this out, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to leave a link in the description for you guys to try it out. But I just wanted to show you what I was vaping on today. This isn't an official JuiceTime or anything. But, you know, you got to know what I'm vaping on because God only knows you care. I know you do. So anyways, I think we should get down to why you're really here. Let's pick the winners for the Platinum Label Vapor Juice. Okay, so in 5,
4, 3,
2, 1.
Alrighty, everybody, Crispy Divine here. We're picking the winner of the Platinum Label Vapors Juice giveaway. I got 2 of their full line or sample packs or whatever. I'm going to hit the randomize button 3 times. On the 3rd and 4th click, those would be the 2 winners. I did put everybody's name in twice for the whole sharing purpose of things. And obviously, if you didn't like Platinum Label Vapors and your name is picked, I'll have to draw again. But hopefully everybody followed the rules, and we'll be able to get going on that. So without further ado, let's hit this randomize, and we'll go on the 3rd and 4th click. I ain't. 1, 2. Let's see. Here is the first winner. 3. First winner is David Melton. And the second winner is Twisted Night. So David Melton and Twisted Night, you are the winners of the Platinum Label Vapors JuiceTime giveaway. Please email me your address and good all that good stuff at CentralMassVapors@gmail.com or via my Facebook page. Please do not send the email to my YouTube page. Send it to CentralMassVapors@gmail.com or my Facebook page if we're friends on there. Thank you guys, congratulations, and please guys do not forget to go over to the Platinum Label Vapors page and thank them for giving us the juice to give away. Alright, peace. So congratulations, guys. You guys won the full line of Platinum Label Vapors juice in 3 milligrams nicotine. Go ahead and email me your address and whatnot, and I'll get those out to you in the next week or two. Please be patient. I try to do all of my mailings in one day, so it's not something that I just go and do it right now. But you will get it, I promise you that. Anyways, go check out my group. I'll leave a link in the description as always. Check out Platinum Label Vapors online store as well as their Facebook page. And of course, go check out Instagram. I'm on there. Twitter, I'm on there. We're going to make this happen, Captain. Also, one last thing. Please fight for your right to vape because we know that nobody is going to do it for us. And we have some shit to talk about, California, okay? Lastly, stay fabulous because guess what? You want to know? Because I'm